Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wasn't planning on filming, but I figured I am going to be picking a new book to read, so I figured let's do a what I read in a week. Why not? I haven't done one of these in so long, and like I don't have a TBR at this moment because I just finished Throne of Glass a couple days ago, so I feel like it'd be a good time to try to pick a new book, and why not take you along with me? Okay, so we've moved this party to the kitchen because my husband is on a work call and my library is literally right next to his office. We need to pick what book we're gonna start off with this week, and we're just gonna go from, what's today? Friday to Friday, because today is Friday and that's when I'm starting. So we're just gonna go Friday to Friday. I have two options to start off this week. I have The Perfect Son by Freida McFadden, which I haven't heard really anything about. That kind of scares me because does that mean like it's not a favorite? The second option is one I indeed started right before I started Throne of Glass, and I was 25% through the book, but it just wasn't the time. I didn't need this kind of book at the time. Funny story by Emily Henry. I am surprised that I just didn't finish this book, but it wasn't because I didn't like it. I was postpartum, guys, okay? I still am, I guess. Do I want to start off with this? Do I want to start off with this? Like, what do I want? I think I'm just gonna pick The Perfect Son because it's a little shorter, it seems like, and the text is like pretty big, so I feel like I'll be able to get through this one in a good amount of time. Let's see if it's good or not. I have not looked up anything. I don't know anything about this book, which is usually how I like going into books, so here's where we're starting. Let's get started. Update time, everyone. I am currently on page 28. I haven't really read a whole lot today, and I really don't know how much I'm gonna read tonight because I work in the morning and I like to go to bed earlier than I normally do on a regular basis. But so far, this book is kind of a little strange, just a little weird. The very first page, she's talking to the police, okay? That's the very first page about something they found. I think it was a body they found, okay? And then we go flashback to the past and present timeline thing going on, which I do like. I do like when that happens in a book, but she is a mother who is obsessed with her son. She has two kids, but she's mainly obsessed with her son, and yes, it's a little creepy, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable, I can't lie. But her son has done something in the past, but we're not sure what that is. I don't know. It's starting off a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little strange. So far, I'm just a little confused what's going on, and I feel like I know what's gonna happen. So if I have guessed already on page, honestly, 10, when I've guessed what I think is gonna happen, then I'm gonna be really upset because I really hate when I guess what's gonna happen in the thriller, because that's not really a thriller, you know what I mean? Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. I had work yesterday. I walked 16,000 plus steps. Needless to say, this is how I've been spending my morning, and I haven't done this in like a year. But my eyes are so puffy. But anyway, I've been reading this morning. I started on page 30, so I'm on page 52, and it's still weird. Now we're to a part where I'm like, what are we doing? What's happening? I don't know if I really care what's happening, so that's not really a great sign for me, but maybe this book will turn around, and that's what I'm hoping. But I'm 50 pages in. What a great update to have. I wish I was obsessed with the book because it's so much easier to talk about a book when you're obsessed with it, but right now I'm just not. And I don't like talking like bad about books. I don't know, it's just hard to talk about a book when you don't particularly like it. Update, I read a little bit this morning, currently on page 90, chapter 19. Still not quite sure how I'm feeling, and I really am a Freida McFadden stan in book terms. I don't really know about her personal life, but I like her books, and I just, this one's not hitting, and I have a very hard time DNFing books, so I'm gonna power through it. Maybe it'll get better. That's my hope, that it's gonna get better. It is now Tuesday, and I have read to page 90, chapter 40. I can kind of tell you what happened because it says it on the back of the book. A high school girl has vanished from their quiet neighborhood and the police suspect the worst. Erica's teenage son, Liam, was the last person to see the girl alive. So we're getting to the good part, you know. Obviously the girl has disappeared and the police are looking for her. We mainly follow Erica's POV, but we also see the girl who vanished, her POV. So it's very interesting to see, but I think I know who done did it, which I've already said, but now I'm like locked in for sure. Think I know who done did it. Goal is to finish it today so that we can start another book, and maybe I can read more than one book in a week. But guys, I'm running out of days. I think we started this on Friday. It's Tuesday. Okay, I just got out the shower, in case you couldn't tell, and I just wanted to give an update on this book because I did finish it. I did guess what was going to happen. Unfortunate for me, really, but that's okay. It is what it is. Sometimes I'm just really good at guessing. I don't really know. The book did get better at the end. Like, it got a little bit more exciting, but at the same time, I really did not like how the book ended. But anyway, I'm gonna give the book like a 3.5. It was still good. Like, I was still entertained, and like I read a lot today, but it didn't hit like they normally do. But tonight is Dancing with the Stars night, so won't be reading anymore tonight, most likely. Unless I want to after, but I really seriously doubt that. And I'll probably catch up with you guys tomorrow at some point to start a new book because we finished one book this week. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I was literally about to go to bed and then I was like, I did not tell y'all that I picked up a new book. I picked up None of This Is True, and I know nothing about it. All I know is from the 18 pages that I've read today, there are two women who both were out to eat and they both have the same birthday and they were born at the same place. It's just kind of weird so far because I'm like, I think this is a thriller, no? At least that's why I picked it up, because I think it's a thriller. I'll read more tomorrow morning. I just wasn't feeling it today. Some days, I don't feel like reading as much, and that's that. I just want to say something. I'm on page 33 of this book. It is so strange. I think I said that they, well, if I didn't, they have the same birthday. Like, they figure out they have the same birthday, but one of the girls is like stalking. I mean, she's kind of being creepy. I don't really know. The women's names are Josie and Alex. Josie found out that Alex has a podcast, so she went and listened to 30 episodes. She found out where her kids went to school, and she went there. It's kind of a weird stalker situation. Okay, I'm on page 65 of this book, and I am like so confused, I guess. I like, this book is like suspense. Like, I am very intrigued on what's happening, but I don't know what's happening. And this is how I felt when I read, what was that book called? Rock, Paper, Scissors. This is how I literally felt when I read that book. I was like, what the heck is going on? But at the same time, I'm intrigued. Something that bothers me, and if you don't want to know anything about the book, I guess skip forward a couple seconds. It's really not that big a deal. It's not going to spoil anything, but Josie and her husband have an age gap. I just found out what the age gap was. When they met, she was 13 and he was 40. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. So I just needed to tell you all that because I did not like it one bit. But I'm on page 65. I can't really tell you all the chapters because there's not chapter numbers. It literally goes by days and dates. But today's the last day of this video because I started on a Friday. We're going to end on today, which is a Friday. So we'll see how much I read. But as you know, I do have a child, so we'll see how far I end up getting. I also forgot to tell you guys that, like, randomly, like at the end of a chapter, in between a chapter, it'll show like this Netflix, what is it? It's like an original Netflix series. Hi, I'm Your Birthday Twin is like the name of the movie. Sorry, I'm warming up my lunch. But that's also really random, and I don't really know why that keeps popping up. Like, am I supposed to, like, why is that popping up? Is there a movie happening? Like, am I gonna find out something about this movie? Just super late, and I need to go to bed. But quick update, I am on page 171, part 2 of this book. So I will catch up with you guys in the morning when I can actually talk to you and not whisper. I was not planning on filming, but we're on our morning walk, and I just needed to say something because since this video ended yesterday, like for me, because I wanted to do a week, so I did Friday to Friday, I wasn't planning on filming, so I was like, I'm gonna see if they have an audiobook so that I can listen to it on my walk. This woman is freaking crazy. I don't know what she's doing, but she's freaking insane. And like, this book is, I want to say it's disturbing. I really do, because first of all, the whole age gap thing, gross. But then the second thing, I don't want to reveal anything, but I will say, well, if you don't want to know anything, you can fast forward like 10 seconds. I'm not going to spoil anything, but what's happening, or what she says is happening with her daughter, the audacity of this woman. And like I said, I really wasn't planning on filming today. Today's Saturday. I really wasn't planning on filming, but I think I'm going to finish this book today. And I kind of just want to tell you all the end. So this is what I read in a week in a day, because I am so taken back by this freaking woman. And I just need to know what my review of this book's gonna be. And I feel like at this point I might be invested, so I'm gonna tell you. But anyway, let's talk about this, because wow, none of this is true. So good. Okay. But I will say, in the beginning, like when I was reading it, I was like, it's okay. I'm not like too into it. And then I got the audiobook, as you saw when I was on my walk, and I should have done that from the very beginning, because what do you mean? It literally made it so much more immersive and so much better, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I would have the same feelings that I have right now about this book if I didn't get the audiobook. It was just so freaking good. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I know I'm talking about like it's a 5-star book, but it just didn't hit like a 5-star book hits. But 4.5, because let's do a little recap of what I read this week. We're just gonna include Saturday morning, okay? Because it's Saturday morning and it's not the afternoon yet, so we'll include it. I read The Perfect Son first, which it was a 3.5. Not my favorite, because I figured out what was gonna happen, so you know. But still, love a Frida book. Always fast paced, always quick and easy to read. And then I read None of This Is True, 4.5 stars, so good. Highly recommend the audiobook. Wish I would have had it the whole time. So I read over 600 pages this week, and I don't normally finish 2 books in a week, so take that as you will. But this week I did. Maybe it was me recording myself that gave me the motivation to do that. That's how much I read this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thanks so much for being here, and I hope you have a good week, and I will see you guys next time.